All right, we are answering a question from a mom who is wanting to declutter her entire home, but she has several kids and just doesn't know what to keep and what to get rid of, and how to keep from feeling overwhelmed by the amount of stuff, and also not feel like you got rid of things and then you have to buy them again. That is her biggest concern. So let's answer some of those questions in today's podcast episode. Here we go.
Hi, welcome to a Simplified and Fabulous Mom Life podcast. I'm Jennifer McDaniel, pro organizer, capsule wardrobe stylist, and functional home designer. As a mom of four, I realize how quickly things get out of control and how important it is to prioritize how your home functions and how it makes you feel. So if you're ready to find solutions to the stressors in your home and make room for the things that are really important, listen in and let's get started.
So one of the biggest things that I hear from moms all the time is that they're overwhelmed with the amount of stuff and they don't know what they need and what they can get rid of. So one of the things that I like to do is just when you're in a space, you don't have to spend and devote an entire day. As moms, we're going to have kids with us 99% of the time. And especially when we're at home, we're going to have kids with us in our space. And so one of the best things that I've done, one of the easiest ways that I've done to help moms get this sort of thing taken care of is when you're in a space, take some bags in there with you, a grocery bag, paper bag, garbage bag, whatever you have around. Get a bag or a box or a basket, anything that you can, and just bring it in the room with you while you're cooking dinner. You open a drawer and something gets stuck in there and you're getting frustrated, you can just walk right out, go grab a grocery bag and figure out how to come back, open that drawer and figure out what is in that drawer that is getting stuck. What can you get rid of from that drawer? Get rid of 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 things from that drawer right now. What do you not use in that drawer? What are the duplicates that aren't your favorites? Do you have one spatula that's your go-to spatula or spoon and all of the rest of them just sit there and maybe get used by your husband because the other one was in the dishwasher or that's his favorite and the rest of them are just extra taking up the entire drawer? Do you really use 5 different scoopers, or can we get rid of some of those? Like, what's in that drawer that's causing the problems? Usually it's the utensils drawer that's getting stuck and jammed like that. Or if you have, I know we have our knives and cutting boards in a drawer, and sometimes my kids will put stuff in there that doesn't belong, and that's why they get stuck because they don't belong and they're not put in properly. Or in the silverware drawer, if they put the the salad tongs in there, but they don't lock it closed, so it flies back open, and so it's this big claw coming at you. It will get stuck. But think about what's in that drawer. What can you get rid of? What do you never use? Do you really need that butter slicer? Or can you just use a table knife when you need a slice of butter? Do you need to slice the entire block of butter at the same time? Or is that just an extra piece that you're never really going to use? Think about those things. What do you even have in the drawer? Do you really use that citrus juicer? That's that spirally thing. Do you need 5 wine openers? Which ones do you use? Can you narrow it down to just a couple of pieces in there and really simplify the drawer so it makes more sense? You can do that in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Grab something that annoys you, put it in a bag, and get it out of your house, okay? That's one of the fastest things. And same with the laundry. When you're in your kids' room and it's time to put the laundry away or pull out the stuff for the next season and you're just looking at it and it's just a disaster and you are just looking at all these things that aren't put away properly, it's just a mess, grab a bag, grab a garbage bag, and the black ones, if you're messing with kids stuff, get those black ones so they cannot see through, and grab out things that you put in there. Pull out anything that makes you frustrated and stressed. Those, you don't have to devote a day or time to it. Just a bag, okay? Grab that bag and fill it up with whatever is frustrating you in that moment. After you've done that, take a look at what you have left. Do you have what you need left in there? if you're looking at kitchen stuff, what do you really need? What are the priorities of the kitchen stuff? You need something for cutting, usually a large, a small, and a serrated blade. Like those are 3 blades, and that's enough for 90% of what you do in the kitchen. Like maybe occasionally you would need something else, but that will pretty much do the job of what needs to be done. With the spoons, you need one with the slots in it so to let the juice out when you're scooping, one for scooping soups, and one for stirring. I use a bamboo flat thing. It's like a spatula. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I love this one bamboo one. It's really smooth. It never gives me splinters. And I bought extra ones because I was using that one so much, and I just ended up giving them away. I only paid like $3 for the whole bunch of them. It was not expensive, but I really love this one spatula, and I just use it all the time for everything. I saute my vegetables with it. I brown my meat. I use it to stir everything. I just love that one. It's my favorite. I use it all the time. The other ones I hardly ever use. The metal spatula, whatever they're called for the flipping burgers and stuff. Like I have 2 of those, one that's slotted and one that's smooth for pancakes and cookies and stuff. And I got a silicone one that I use as well for that sort of thing. I have 3 of those. I have 2 soup spoons, one that connects to my crock pot, and I use that one more than I use the other one, but the other one's a little bit longer, so when I do my big family, I do need that one. But just think about what's in there that you don't use. What do you not use? I don't need 15 of those rubber spatulas for cleaning stuff out. I really don't. I need like 3 or 4. That's it. I don't need the other ones. They're just in the way. They're making my drawer too full. And really, I use about 2 of them. I have 2 that I reuse on a regular basis. That's it. The rest of them, I don't need. But when we're doing cookies with everybody, sometimes we have 3 helpers in the kitchen, and so we need a couple extra. So I keep a couple extra just because we do that a couple of times a year. But when you're thinking through getting your entire house taken care of, it can be really overwhelming. So if you just simplify your thought of, can I get a bag of stuff or one drawer or one cabinet done this week? What can I do this week? What is your time plan, your time frame on getting out of the house or getting the house decluttered? Do you have a plan? Do you want it decluttered by Christmas? Okay, well, we're going to have to speed this up. You're going to have to do an entire room a day or a week pretty much to get your entire space done before the holidays. Do you have plans to have it done before the kids get out for the summer? Well, we can take a little bit more focused time and really go through and be intentional with each space, but also do it in a quick fashion where you don't have to spend a lot of time thinking about it. Grab a bag, put a couple of things in there. That space instantly looks better. Get rid of just a couple of things a day, a couple of things a week, a bag a week, and you will be amazed at how fast your house looks better. And if you aren't taking before pictures, you'll forget what it looked like before. You will. You will do it slowly. You will be distracted because we are moms. We have kids all over the place. So take a picture of the kids' closet when you go in, of the kids' room, of your kitchen. Open that drawer, take a picture. Like, go ahead. If you have 2 minutes right now, go open all the drawers in your kitchen, all the cabinets in your kitchen, and take a picture of every single one. How full are they? How crowded are they? Do they look pretty good? Do you just have a bunch of stuff in there that you never use and you don't know why you still have it, but it fits, so let's keep it? Is that how you're living your life? That's fine. If you have space and it's not in your way, go ahead, leave it in there. But if you're not using stuff, could it be blessing someone else? Is someone wishing they had that item right there in your cabinet that you have never used in 10 years and is still sitting in your cabinet? Why do we do that to ourselves? I do it too. I'm thankfully past that stage of my life, but I was doing that for a very, very long time. And there are a couple of things that I hang on to for sentimental reasons or because I really do plan on using them. I just haven't done it yet. So like the bread machine. We do make bread. There's a couple of times a year that we do make bread, and sometimes I'll make it several times a week for a month or two, and then it goes back in the cabinet and I'll get back around to it when I do. But I do like having that. That's one of the appliances I do use, and I'm not going to put bread in the oven. I will definitely burn it. I just don't know what I'm doing with that, and the rising of it and all of that with all the kids everywhere. Ugh, it just is too intimidating. So I'll keep the bread machine because I do use it, and I don't want to have to go buy another one when I'm ready to make bread again. We have some really delicious recipes that we use, and I just really want to make sure I have that. There's a couple of other things like the little baby donut hole makers and the baby donuts, little baby machines that they have. I don't know what they're called, but we got them for my daughter probably 10 years ago. She got a couple of them, and then we've used them, and we put them away for a year. And then I found a recipe, and it made donut holes, and I pulled them out again and made these amazing cassava flour pumpkin donut holes that we rolled in coconut sugar. It had just coconut sugar and really pretty nutritious ingredients, and I was super excited about it, and they are so yummy. I can't stop eating them. When we make them, they do not last at all. So that's one of the things. I do keep things like that we do use occasionally, but not all the time. And if you have things that are decorative that you use, or you plan on using it, or once your house is decluttered, you plan on hosting people, so it is something you would buy again, let's just find a place for it. I don't ever want to pressure someone into getting rid of something that they're going to feel like they're going to have to buy again. That is so silly. What a waste. Let's not do that. But also be honest with yourself and be realistic with your plans. Are you trying to save all these things that require hand washing, and you have a house full of kids, and your family and friends are very small, and they live really far away, or there's so many of them that set wouldn't work for them anyways? Even if you did host something, that wouldn't be the right set that would be used because there's too many people or too many kids, or it would take too long to hand wash everything or polish all the silver and stuff. Be realistic with your lifestyle and what life you want to live. When your house is decluttered, do you really want to spend 2 hours in the kitchen washing dishes before and after a meal? That's not the life for me. That is not the life for me. I don't want that life. I would rather just pay someone or throw it away. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. That's where I am. But I want you to be realistic when you're thinking about the things that you're planning on keeping. Do you need all those snow bibs when it has only snowed about 2 inches in your area in the last 3 years? Do you need all the snow bibs? Do they even fit your kids anymore? Like, think through these things. Do you have buckets of things that are sitting around your house that you know you haven't used, but maybe 2 items out of there in years? If so, can you get rid of that? That's an easy decision, and you just cleared up a big space with a bucket. Like, it's gone now. Woohoo! You did it! Great job! So that's one of the ways that I really try to focus on getting through an entire house, is just one simple step at a time, one simple place at a time. Where do you want to start? Where are you frustrated right now? What space is making you feel so stressed and anxious? Can you just get through one table surface in your living room, or one shelf, or one bookshelf, or one cabinet, or one drawer? What is one small space? Maybe it's the entryway closet, or just the entryway right there in front of the front door. Can you just clean up the shoes and the things that everybody brings in the house and drops right there? Is there a better place for your paperwork? Do you have a bunch of junk mail piled up beside your front door because the shredder is too far away? Well, maybe we plug the shredder in right there, or keep it in the coat closet, and the plug is in the hallway right beside the coat closet. So when you're bringing the mail in, you go ahead and put that thing out and start shredding the mail. Kids love doing that, by the way. If you have kids that have fingers big enough to be trusted in that area, go for it. My kids love shredding paper. That's so much fun for them. Give them that junk mail, tell them to put it in there. And oh my goodness, free up that space. Stop burdening yourself with stress and clutter when you just need to make a decision faster. So And by make a decision faster, I mean, don't set that junk mail down. You know it's junk. Don't keep it there. Throw it out already. Get rid of it. It does not need to stay at your house. That's the decision I'm talking about. Not, okay, so how do we come up with a new plan for all of this paperwork that keeps piling up here and all of it? That's too many things to think about for a mom. When you're busy and life is stressful, sometimes just thinking about coming up with a plan is more... It is more overwhelming than just throwing away the junk mail. Just throw it away. Put a trash can right there. That's a fast, easy solution. Put a trash can right there. Rip it in half so you know that's junk mail, okay? At the end of the week, shred it. Have a kid shred it after school. Let that be one of their weekly chores, something that they can do to help your family to have less stress and chaos in your life, okay? Have one of your kids be designated to making sure that at the front door, the entryway, that your kids only have one pair of shoes there. We aren't piling up everybody's shoes for the entire life of shoes. We don't need all of your shoes at the front door. What shoes are you going to wear today? That's the shoes you need by the front door. The rest of them, move them out. Put them in your closet. Put them on a shelf. Stack them in the closet out of the way. We don't need all of your shoes. And my kids only have at most 4 pairs of shoes. That's all they have. That is it. We don't have 15 pairs of shoes. I did that with my first child, and we had so many shoes she wore maybe once and maybe never. My son, he had his favorite pair of shoes, and his 12 other shoes just sat in the closet. They were so cute. I thought they were the cutest things. He had one pair of shoes. He loved them. They were easy to wear. That's all he wore, unless I forced him to wear another pair, and that was more energy than I want to put in on a regular basis. So we've changed things up. They need 2 pairs of shoes, one for dirty, one for clean, one if they get wet. You know, what are the activities that your kids are going to be doing? If you have sports and stuff, don't put those shoes in with the regular stuff. Put it with their sports gear. They don't need to be all over the place. Keep it simple so that you don't have it all over the house, and so that you're not having to think through solutions everywhere you look. Just keep it simple. All of that kid's clothes go in that kid's room, in that kid's closet. Done. Check. We don't have to think about it. Well, no, we need this bag for this thing and this bag for this thing. And, oh, I must have put it in the wrong bag and now I can't find it and we don't have it for the activity. Just don't put it in the bag. You have one bag for when you leave the house. That's it. That's it. That's it. We're done. We don't even need any more. Empty that bag when you come in. Put those things away. It's so much faster if we do things like that. And instead of losing your credit cards or your ID in a purse and you don't find it for months because you can't remember what purse you wore. That's too much work. Let's stop doing things like that to ourselves. Let's just keep it really simple. I don't want you to feel like you have to work so hard to find solutions to the things that you are struggling with. If this is a helpful podcast episode for you, please let me know. I am wanting to make sure that what I'm putting out for you is really helpful and what you're really struggling with right now. So if this is something that you're needing help with and needing more action steps on how to get this done, let me know. You can find me at organizedfabulouspodcast@gmail.com, or my website is jmorganizingspaces.com. And our Facebook group is How to Declutter, Organize, Style, and Design for Overwhelmed Moms. That's the Facebook group. All right, you guys, have a great week. I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Simplified and Fabulous Mom Life podcast. We would love to hear from you. Our podcast hotline for US is 980-389-0399. You can share your tips and tricks, topic suggestions, ask questions, and let me know if we should answer any of these on the air. For other ways to connect, you can reach us at jmorganizingspaces.com.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Did I say it right?